I'm going to touch on a bunch of things today. You know, everything from listening to mental health to the truth, being clear. I got a video call on Messenger late last night from a buddy of mine who he's a certified badass. You know, he's on the other side of the planet doing man shit to provide your freedoms and liberty. Happening every day, 24/7, people. And I've known this guy for like 25 years. And so he wanted to tell me that he heard from that street artist guy that I'm not hanging out with anymore. Apparently that dude wrote him like some long letter and said all this shit, and he was telling me about it. I'm like, that's not right. That's not what happened. That's not how that happened. That's not what I said. That's not what I think. And the reason it was easy for me to walk away from that whole thing with Sabo was that for 5 years I got to be real tight with that guy. I got to be real intimate with him. I know a lot about his life. We were real friends. One of the problems with hanging out with him was he would constantly say things to me that were wrong. Wrong-headed. And I would always correct him. Like, that's not what happened. That's not what was said. That's not how that went down. That's not what I said. That's not what I think. I mean, it was constant battle. And I was growing tired of it anyhow. And one of the things I guess he had said to my pal is he said that, you know, I wanted to be part of his thing, and I wanted to put myself out there and all that because I wanted to be famous or something. And again, I've gone over, I don't care about any of that. Look, I met him, he asked me to help him out with stuff, and I did it for a couple of reasons. And the main reason was it was fun and exciting. The second one was I felt like I was participating, giving the finger to the establishment and media and the left and all that. Because, you know, the other side needs a voice. And the only reason I ever put it out there that I was part of it was because I was proud of that. And also, the people that I know and love me and have known me for decades, they get a kick out of that shit. That's all. It's not like 1,000 people are going to see this video or any of the ones that I do, really. Once in a while that happens, but that's rare. So I was like, that's fucking whiz fucking guy, man. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? So I went to his YouTube channel this morning, and so the good news is he cleaned up his videos and he took down that rant. He did like an hour on me where he was all pissed off, and that's the reason why I stopped. Well, he stopped with me. He cut me off. I couldn't reach out to him anyhow because he had cut off all lines of communication, and then I was like, alright, you guys already know the story, you've seen what happened. So he also took down a video where it was like an hour of us getting along real well, and it was a great video, and it had a lot of hits, and so whatever. But he left one up, and I recommend you go watch it. Go to YouTube, type in Unsavory Agents, go to his page, and there's a video there that says Mike and me, and it's about 30 minutes long or so. And it demonstrates perfectly the lesson I want to give you here with this video. And it talks about the CAG Screamer Hand story when I went to Santa Cruz. And he starts telling the story, and he's totally wrong. 100% has it wrong in his head. And I never told him any other version of that story other than what I tell on that video. But he just always has it wrong, and he's always wrong. He's always got it wrong in his head. And that was a problem. I'm not going to get into his psychology. I think I got it pretty well understood what's going on there. But, you know, I mean, I only had 4 semesters of college-level psych courses. It doesn't make me a doctor, you know what I'm saying? But this stuff's not that difficult to understand. So, watch that, and you'll see what's going on. And I tell the truth of that story. And so the point of what I'm trying to get across is listen. Learn to listen. Listen to your friends. It's very important. A lot of us have a tendency to, as we're listening, the person says something and we cut them off because they just said something that inspired us, a memory. We want to get it out before we forget it. It's a bad habit. I do it all the time. I really do. I've been working on that for years. I'll usually say, hey, excuse me, I want you to finish your point, but let me just get this out before I forget it. You know, and then let them get back, whatever. But it's like that telephone game. Somebody starts from the beginning, there's 25 people, by the time it gets to the end, it's no longer the same story, no longer has the same meaning. You gotta listen. I'm going blank here now, but people accuse me of being long-winded. I am. I'm long-winded because I want to get to a point, but I want to give you enough background and other information and put some little seeds in your head so that by the time I get to the point, you're going to understand it on another level. Alright? One of the greatest things for me about what I'm doing right now with this video and all the other videos I've ever done and have been sharing is that I get to the point without somebody cutting me off. It annoys the shit out of me. Because I get cut off all the time. And so, there you are. You know, and that's the thing about social media. You know, if you know hundreds of people, real people, friends, I know a lot more than I'm actually friends with on social media. The people I'm still connected with on social media are the people who I actually want to see. I want to see what's going on in their lives, and they don't annoy me that much. So, and the thing is, who has, if you know hundreds of people or 1,000 people and they're all over the planet, do you have an hour of your time to talk to every one of those people and tell them what's going on in your life on a regular basis? No, we don't have that kind of time. So social media, you could show your life. Here's what I'm doing, here's what I did, bam. And I go to your pages, I see what you're doing, I see what you're sharing. It's awesome, I love it. I love seeing what's going on with you, with your work and your kids and all of it. Your projects, your dreams, your aspirations, how you're trying to motivate other people. I think it's cool. Even if I don't agree with it, at least you're friggin' doing it. So, listen. Listen to one another. And remember, too, your mental health is the most important thing. It's more important than your physical health. Your mental health has a huge impact on your physical health, okay? If you're playing a lot of negative stuff in your head, if you heard somebody incorrectly, and now you're playing this version of what you think was going on in your head, and it's negatively impacting your mind, it's bumming you out, it's not healthy. If there's people in your life that are not healthy for you, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your mother, your father. I don't care if it's your own kids. If they're not good for your mental health, distance yourself from those people. Find peace. If you think you heard something, if you're thinking something negative about somebody and it's bothering you and you really care about that person, you owe it to yourself and that person to clarify that shit. Call them up, talk to them, have a conversation. Hey man, is what I'm thinking right? Did you say that? Do you really mean that? Fuck no, man, I never said that at all. That's not what I mean. How'd you get that? Well, you said this. No, that's not what I said. That conversation I have on a regular friggin' basis. Anyhow, I hope this is a positive message. And let's help each other out, man. Let's be very clear about what we mean. And also be clear if you don't really know what the hell you're talking about, but you just feel like talking. Bye.